is the Ozarks. See how deep a mud hole was. My foot caught a root and it slipped in. Morning, guys. It is cold. It is like, I don't know, it's in the high 30s right now, which I was not expecting. When I did all the weather checks, it was supposed to be like low 50s, high 40s, somewhere in there, but it's like 38 degrees right now. So it's a little chilly. Wasn't quite prepared for that kind of weather, but hey, you know, we're surviving. The sun, as you can see, it's probably on my jacket. It is starting to try and come up, but it needs to crest the tree line a little bit more, and then I'll feel much warmer. But it was a great night. I slept great. The rushing water, guys, this was just a super, super peaceful campsite, and it was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And to wake up this morning and just get to watch the sunrise over these trees. Look at this. The sun's just coming up over the trees there. It is beautiful. Let's see if I can get you all pointed up just a hair more. Yeah. It is absolutely spectacular. I've been enjoying it. But today we are going to be conquering the last leg of this adventure. You know, the last part of this Ozark Overland trail system. It's, like I said before, it was broken into 5 different like stages through the course of, you know, supposedly 5 days. And the fact that I kind of did it backwards according to the map, because each thing has a stage for, you know, each day. We kind of did it backwards, and I'm glad we did, because the first day was a lot of county roads, blacktop, just a lot of backtracking back and forth to hit different parts. I'm glad we did that. The first day, yesterday, was super fun, and then the day we got here, we did a whole section of trail too. It has been awesome, but we have one more section today. I don't know how long it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be more Forest Service style roads or more trails. We just don't know. It's all a big mystery until we get there. So it could take us all day to do this last section. It could take us a few hours, but I don't know. But we're going to have a lot of fun doing it, and I'm still bringing you guys along for this, so it'll be absolutely awesome. Then after that, it'll be the fun trip home. It took a while to get out here, and we got to head back down to where my dad lives, so we got about 19-hour drive from the Ozarks back to his house. So it's going to be a long drive. But guys, I've been absolutely loving this. This has been worth the wait for 2 years, and if you've never been out to the Ozarks, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It is absolutely awesome. You wouldn't think you were in Arkansas one bit. In the middle of nowhere in the United States. You would not know that. It is beautiful. But guys, we're going to finish drinking up our coffee, making some breakfast, and then we're going to pack up and get back on the trail. It'll be a little bit though. For you guys, it'll be like a second. Jeep is all nice and packed up. Camp is cleared. It's going to be hard to leave this campsite because it is awesome, but we must press on. So what we're going to do, hop back on the trail, see what's in store. I'm hoping that it's not a bunch of county roads and Forest Service roads, but I don't know. I didn't create the trail. We're discovering it. It's been fun so far. By the time we get to the end of the trail, I'll give you my thoughts on this whole trail system, you know, my thoughts on the campsites that we were at and the whole thing. But for now, let's get moving. I'm ready to roll. It's 10 o'clock. We've been taking our time, enjoying the morning. The sun is finally in the sky. It has warmed up, obviously. So let's get going, guys. Okay, well, to say the least, we did a water crossing where we had to drive up the creek, the river, whatever you want to call it, up a bit. But we must have turned off onto this, you know, the first trail we saw too early, and there was a different trail. And we ended up following it up and realized that we weren't on the one, but we kept following this trail we were on to get to where we needed to get to. And then we magically re-merged with the trail we needed to be on way earlier than what it said on the maps. So we're a little confused, but we're like, okay, let's keep going.
Hey, we're on the right trail.
Yeah, we're on the right trail now. It's just, you know, it was one of those moments where you sit there and you take another trail and you go, and you end up back on your trail going, how the hell? Yeah, that was it. Sorry guys, sometimes I try and film, but when I have to give directions, I stop looking at the camera and I realize you guys aren't pointing at anything. Whoops. This part of the trail has become blacktop again. So we got off the trail for like all of a second we were on blacktop, and then we turned off and it was gravel and then went right back to blacktop. So I don't know.
We're hoping that it'll turn back. I bet it does, just way further up, because I guarantee at one point this was just a Forest Service county road that they then paved again. There's been a lot of that on this trip. But right now we're just passing a bunch of, you know, private properties. People live out here and things like that. But it's been fun. That last area had a lot of water crossings, which made it really fun. A lot of going, where the hell does this trail actually pop out? Because it wasn't clear. I had to do a little walking. Got wet a little bit. It happens. But it's been fun. We're going to continue on and cross our fingers we see dirt here real soon. So far, it's been just over half an hour of this very well-maintained service/Forest Service road. That's what it's been. Honestly, it's been very pretty. It's gorgeous. We've seen lots of different little off-the-road campsites, which would be way too loud to truly stay in. But it's just easy going. Nothing like exciting, nothing really technical. We're in two-wheel drive. Been in two-wheel drive for over 30 minutes now. So we're just gonna keep trucking along this, guys. We are cranking out this last part of the trail system. So decisions will be made when we get towards the end, unless this magically gets more technical. We'll see. I'll keep bringing you guys along. I'm just not going to keep showing you much Forest Service roads, though. Honestly, it doesn't truly change much. But this has been a very, very pretty drive. Well, it just got a little more exciting. We have a water crossing and we had to do a walk. My dad walked the water because one area that we popped out in, the water was over 4 feet deep, and another area here where it's about 2.5, 3 feet deep. So this is where we're gonna cross. So here we go. We salute you. That's how deep the water was. Old man walked it in his jeans. Yeah, back over there, guys, right? Literally, oh, back over there some. We'll pass it, I'll show you. The water was at least over 4 feet deep, so that'd have been a little more than what I would have been comfortable with in the Jeep. Probably could have done it, but no snorkel, things like that. Just want to be careful. There's the tide line. That's where we just hit. Pretty cool. Okay, guys, though we're crossing some little waters. That was the other crossing. That right there is just over 4 feet deep. Right there. It's, yeah, it was something. This whole area gets really deep in the middle. So we made wise decisions. Now back to the trail. Well, that's blacktop, and the main road is just on the other side of those trees. And that brings us to the end of our Ozark adventure. This has been an absolutely
fun trip. I have had an absolute blast getting to see all sorts of stuff I've never got to see in person. We've camped in some amazing places, and it has just been a fun time hanging out with my dad, just taking the Jeep places it's never been. It has been so much fun. Now, my thoughts on the whole Ozark aspect. The Ozarks are amazing. Like I said earlier, if you haven't been out here and you want to, do it. It is beautiful out here. It is awesome. Now, my thoughts on the whole trail system that Matt from Ozark Overland Adventures made. It was really good. The whole time, there was never a place that you couldn't go. Like, it was all passable. My one thing is there was... Okay, my whole thoughts on the trail system that Matt from Ozark Overland Adventures made. It's really good, and at no point is it impassable. Like, you can always get through it. We've done it all. My only issue is there was way too much aspects of blacktop in it, and there was a lot of backtracking. Way too much backtracking, just in my opinion. Now, back when he made this several years ago, I bet there was not quite as much, and there probably wasn't as much asphalt or county roads that are well maintained, but it sure is now. But it was a lot of fun, and like I said, guys, at no point was this impassable. There were a few spots where, yes, there's an ability to go around to a shallower area to do the water crossing, but at no point was anything impassable, not doable. It was awesome. So I did enjoy the route. I'm going to do some fixing to it for my own route, just because there are some modifications and more waypoints need to be added to the route for information detail wise, because there's a lot of different turns that were never marked, and there's there's a landmark there at the turn that if there was some info, it made it way easier. But that's about it, guys. But thank you all for joining me. If you haven't already, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, guys. I got a goal of 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but it is for me. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, guys. Check out my other social media accounts. That's where all the updates happen, guys. They're in the description below, along with parts that I use on that Jeep behind me. Otherwise, thank you all for joining me, and I'll catch you all next time out on the trail.